guys, it's Fronicki here from Aussies Do Down Under Homeschool Season, and today I have Hunter with me and we are going to show you how to do a science fair homeschool style, so stick around. Like I said, today Hunter and I are going to show you how to do a science fair homeschool style. But before I do, I just wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers this week. Great to have you on board. If you haven't yet or you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that link down below. But let's get into our science fair.
This is a love heart and it's very fat.
So have you got a sciencey type of child at home with your homeschool and you're trying to work out how you're going to fit in a science week into your homeschool like they do at school? Well, we're going to show you how we do it and show you all the fun that's involved in it.
I'm very sciencey.
So this term in EE, which is Extension Education, which is a one-day school for gifted kids, Hunter is getting to do a science fair. Now, I did do a video on Extension Education and I'll put a link to it down below somewhere so that you can watch that if you're interested, if you have a little gifted kitty. But the science fair that they're doing got me thinking, if you're a homeschool family and you're trying... What are you doing? If you're a homeschool...
I went on just like looking in the description to find the video. Okay?
If you're a homeschool family and you have a little budding scientist in your homeschool, how do you satisfy their scientific curiosity by doing a science fair? Well, we thought we'd show you, we thought we'd give it a go and see how we came up with some great ideas, and we're going to show you some of those today. So the first thing we did...
Creepy.
So the first thing we did is we sat down and we thought about some of the things that Hunter might want to learn about. One of the things he thought would be really cool is growing germs. So we did order a micro lab, basically, science kit, and we're waiting for that to get delivered, so we'll show you that when it does. Some of the other things we thought we'd do is we'd keep going with our plants. So we've been looking after our tomato plant and our strawberry plant, and I'm going to show you those. I was really wanting to show you the planting part of it, but we got so excited we totally forgot to film it. But I'm going to show you what they look like now and how they're growing and what we're doing to document their progress, aren't we? One of the other things he wanted to know, what was that other question you asked?
Here's I know. You know,
question.
imagine this. Have you ever been in the night and you need to go to the bathroom? So you go, you turn on the light, it's all bright and stuff, and you're like, like in the movies. You're done, you go back, and then you look at the roof, and you think you can still see a little circle there, like a glowing circle, and wherever you look, it just keeps following you. Mostly after you look at the light.
That was a question he asked at the start of the week, and we thought, what better time to do it than in Science Week, Science Fair Week. So that's another thing we're going to check out this week. Now, I believe we could probably try and fit a few more things in there. We have a chemistry kit. We have a, what's that? What's that thing called again?
Something kit.
A something kit. We have another kit.
Something kit.
And we're going to see as much as we can do in a week. We still want to do math, and our English will be taken up by writing our experiments, writing our observations. So that's our English portion of it. But other than that, we're going to stick really to science-based stuff. I think that's a science experiment in itself.
Subscribe and I give you a heart.
So let's show you a bit. Hey Hunter.
Hello.
So as you can see, this week we're going to do a science fair week for homeschool. Just like I said, easy to do science fair even if you're homeschoolers. Are you excited, Hunter, on our science fair week?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a magnifying glass and a lot of little great things to look at. This is a great kit. We've got a chemistry set. We've got our little package that came today that Hunter's popping bubbles in.
I'm gonna open
We've already started our planetarium.
We've done it
albeit not totally accurate.
Sienna's going to do the painting. She must.
So Hunter couldn't help himself and put it together early. That's unlucky, Hunter, to not have patience.
Hello.
And lots of other fun things we're going to do, and one of them includes this box that Hunter's playing with.
I'm popping both.
This is probably our most excited thing that we're doing, which is going to be an experiment that Hunter decided to do himself. And whatever other fun sciencey things we can think of. We did plant some tomato plants and some strawberry plants last week, didn't we, Hunter? And we've been watching those grow, and we've been observing what's happening to them, and Hunter's been taking lots of notes. So we got this from Mad About Science. We got it online. I can't think of how much it was.
Who knows?
I don't think it was a lot. I think it was just like $25 or something, but I'll check it and I'll pop it in the description down below. So I found it. We were Hunter wanted to do an experiment. Very quickly, what was the experiment about?
Well, I want to do an experiment where we basically grow our own bacteria or fungus. I just want to see what would happen.
So our hypothesis is that a toilet seat is the dirtiest part of the house.
Well, I don't think that.
No?
You think that. We have different hypotheses.
We do.
I actually think that because I've heard research that a door handle, there's one over there, you can't really see it, but a doorknob is the dirtiest part.
So I'm going to go with the toilet seat just because I need to be different, so we've got something to, sort of test. I do believe Hunter's probably right, and the door handle is more dirty than the toilet, but we're going to prove it.
Yep.
So we're going to prove that by using bacteria, and we're going to grow whatever bacteria comes from whatever we swipe. So we've got a science kit here, and we're going to start that off hopefully today. We're going to get out and see what's in it. So let's get into it, Hunter. So we've got petri dishes, we've got some other stuff, so let's have a look. Get rid of this.
Oh, little tab here, I found it, huzzah. Items! Oh. Here's like the journal with all the experiments and such. Yep, germ journal, that's it.
A germ journal.
So we have.
So this is going to tell us all about what we have to do and probably give us paper to, yes, it's going to give us observation work so we can pop it on there. So this is going to be great, and we'll start reading that in a second. What else have we got?
More items.
So
like
in
gloves
here,
and such.
I'm not going to pull them out because I believe some of them will probably be sterile. So we've got to be careful how we pull them out. In there, it looks like we've got gloves. It looks like we've got a magnifying glass to see things in a bigger scale, and it's got a droplet and some tweezers in there.
Ooh, here's the
Also a
part that
cone.
Here's the part that makes everything magic. We got petri dishes. 4 of them.
So we've got 4 petri dishes. They're reusable.
Okay, what is this? What is this?
Show me. So this is it's sort of like a measurement. So this one we're going to use to measure. Once we have the petri dish, we can measure and draw up where and how many germs or bacteria have grown in the petri dish.
I hope it actually is a measurement.
And what's that one?
It looks like a cup holder.
It does look like a cup holder.
This is, let me check, agar. This is agar. You can see the preparation, has a little preparation so you can use it.
Yeah, so they have got
Agar.
ingredients on how to make it as well. So if this isn't enough and you need to make more, or you want to do other science experiments in the future, they also give you the ingredients to make it up. So that's a really great idea, and they give you enough to do obviously the experiments in here. So we do have to prepare that. That doesn't stay like that. It doesn't look like a lot, but maybe once it's like jelly, you sort of, once you put it in, it makes a lot more than what it looks like.
No, this is worth for 2 petri dishes.
Oh, so we do have to make more.
Don't worry about it. It probably has more ingredients, because otherwise, why would they give you 4? Okay, and the final thing, beaker.
We've got a beaker. I think it's made of plastic. Yeah. So they're all made of plastic, so they're very user-friendly for the kids. They're not going to be dangerous for them, especially if you've got younger kids. So the age group that it says on here is 8+. So you need to have kids that are 8 plus. I'm sure if they were slightly younger than that and you were with them, you might be okay, but it does recommend 8 plus.
You have 8 plus, then you have this. You can't really see it, but
That's
there's
10
another.
plus.
Yeah, there's another box over here for chemistry.
So here, I'll let you see, we've got a chemistry set.
Oh.
That does use glass and it does use chemicals, so that says 10
As you can see,
plus.
we had a bit of a chemical spill.
Yeah, we did. It started eating our box. One of the chemicals spilt in it.
Yep,
But
and a little.
We're going to see what else we have in there.
If there was a trash can, I'd eat this.
No, we don't want to eat that. That's a fun box and we can keep stuff in there and store it.
I yeeted it. Don't worry about it.
So-
It's still here.
We're going to get on and see what we need and get prepared and show you a bit more. Okay, so what we're going to do first is prepare for our experiment to grow bacteria or germ or whatever you want to call it. Germs,
Bacteria.
whatever comes, yeast, fungi. So we're going to need to make first the agar that they grow on, which comes in a little pouch
Agar-y
inside the
goodness.
kit. So what do we need, Hunter? You tell them what we need.
Things from the kit: nutrient agar packet, yes.
Tick.
Flask, yes.
Two
And
petri dishes, yes. And what don't we have in the kit? That
And
we
what
need?
don't we have is water.
Water. So we're going to basically tell them how we're going to make the agar.
Hello. Okay, so yeah, measure 45 milliliters of water into the flask. Add water and the contents of the agar packet to a small pot on the stove. Heat gently as the water boils. Stir constantly to dissolve the agar. Cool for about 10 minutes. Pour the mixture into the petri dishes. Let the agar solidify about 1 to 2 hours.
Yes.
Bring petri dishes to room temperature before experimenting with them. And that's what we gotta do.
So it's important to know that you can't just start growing things. I did notice you can over in some other countries like the US, you can get these dishes with agar already made in them, which I think is awesome, but I couldn't find anywhere that I could get it in Australia at short notice because we wanted to get onto this really quickly. So we're going to make our own. But you need to realize that that alone, that part of it is going to take at least 2.5 hours, yeah, because you've still got to prepare it, you've got to cook it, you've got to put it in, you've got to let it cool, and then it's got to solidify. So that's a process in itself, and that's what we're going to do this morning. And then later on this afternoon, we're going to swab some stuff.
Swab the bulb.
See you soon. So here we have the ready-made agar. We now have to let it cool for 10 minutes and then we'll come back.
Huzzah! Welcome to Hunter's Thing. Today, I'm going to be teaching you about these plants. These are our 6 strawberry plants. Yes, 6. One pot couldn't fill them all, so we split them up. These 2 are the 2 musketeers. And these 4 over here, they're the 4 amigos. As you can see, the strawberry plants have started to grow flowers. And as you can also see, the smaller plants on that side, that also have less plants in them, have been growing faster. That's because there's more water for each of them, making them grow faster. I'm going to put a bit more water in to make sure.
So what have been some of the things you've observed over the last few weeks that we've had them?
What I've observed is that so far, the tomato plant right over there has been growing much faster than these. And these tend to not grow up. They tend to grow more leaves and get fluffier and get bigger to catch more sun.
So let's show them the tomato plant.
Over here, we have the elusive tomato plant. The tomato plant, as you can see, has been growing very tall. When we first got it, it was about yay high. But now, it's grown very tall, growing flowers and even tomatoes. The tomatoes have been growing for a while, and as you can see, we're having some progress on one. It's started to grow yellow. The tomato plant has grown high, rather than growing to the side.
So where was it when we first put it in? And this was only, what, 4 weeks ago?
Yep.
So show them where it was when we first put it in.
It was slightly above the first bar on the cake.
So in 4 weeks, it's grown a lot. And we do have the measurements. We've been checking them every week to see how far it's grown. So we're going to measure it today and we'll tell you how much it's grown in the last 4 weeks. And we're very excited. We've got lots of little tomatoes on there and we're hoping we're going to be able to eat some soon. Straight from the vine. And unbelievably, I mean, we live in the bush, you can see. Look at this beauty.
Hello.
We've got lots and lots and lots of animals. We've got lots of birds. We get goannas. We get koalas, kangaroos, and yet no one has eaten our tomatoes. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. I thought they'd be gone by now.
Now time to use the extra water to water the grass. Can't touch this. Okay, that's good.
All right, let's go make some observations and measurements.
Woo!
So Hunter has a journal, a science journal, where he puts in all his observations of his tomato and his strawberry plants. So as you can see, when we first started, they were quite small compared to now. And he's drawn in how tall they were. So they started at 11 centimetres and the tomato bush started at 26 centimetres. And today, they are...
We haven't completed today.
So each week he's come and he's made observations as it slowly grows and draws his observations and writes down what he notices. So this is a great idea if you want to get your kids, you know, observing, writing down what they're noticing, getting some really good handwork practice. Hunter's strong point is not writing, so all the practice is good, but he's getting so much better since we started homeschooling, so I'm really proud of him. And today we have So it started at 10, was it, Hunter?
11. 11 and 26.
So the strawberries started at 11 and there are only 14 today. So as Hunter did notice, they go out rather than up, don't they? Mm. And then the tomato plant started at 26 and today?
73.
73. It's huge.
Grown a lot.
So we're going to continue with our journal work and we'll get back to you. Okay, so it told us to let it cool for 10 minutes before we put it in the petri dishes. We set the timer for 10 minutes. We came back and it had already solidified. So we're believing that, unlike the book, well, we say the book said to add water, 90 ml of water, as we showed you.
And the packet
said 45. We believe that maybe we should have added the 90 ml.
Yes,
so
like I said.
So Hunter did say that.
So we're gonna have like editor. We don't have an editor, but Mum put like a little chart up here for like who decided the right things.
One
and
to
right now
Hunter.
put one tally on me because I did a good thing.
So anyway, the next thing is we did re-liquefy it. We just heated it up again. So we're hoping that it works, but with all good science projects, even sometimes when it fails, it's still a learning process. So we have put it in our little beakers. No, we haven't. We've put in our little petri dishes and we're hoping that it works. Now, the amount that it gave us said that it was going to give us 2 petri dishes, which is another reason why we think we should have added more water, because it only just, it doesn't even cover the bottom of the petri dish. So we're really hoping this is going to work, and it does have bubbles in it, so I don't know. We'll give it a go. Okay, so Hunter and I have left the agar in the petri dish for the last couple of hours to cool down, and now we're going to swipe a couple of things and then place it on the petri dish and see what happens over the next couple of weeks. Let's go swiping, Hunter.
Now
we wait and see.
See you in 3 days.
He's having a bit of trouble getting them on. You good there?
The second the gloves get in the right position, they just slide on. It's really satisfying. Oh,
Hunter, your hair is so long.
Hello.
So Hunter is going to be performing in Kids Fashion Week on the Gold Coast over the next couple of months, but he got the job with long hair, so he has to keep his long hair. And then after that,
we're going to be cutting his hair. I'll do a video on that because that's going to be fun. He's had long hair for months and we thought we'd do a video on him cutting it and how different he looks. Hunter, what are you showing me?
Barely anything happened.
Show me.
Barely anything.
So we don't have anything yet.
Hmm.
So how many days has it been?
I forgot.
I think it's been 2. Hunter and I have our very first ripe tomato.
It's hopefully perfect ripeness.
Oh, it's beautiful, Hunter. Look at that.
I don't know why, but that one has been growing faster than all the others. Maybe it's just because it's
I think they grow from the bottom up, I think the lady said. How beautiful does that look? All right, Hunter, pick it off and eat it. Be careful when you're picking it off, you don't want to pull the others. Just do it, give it a twist, see if that helps.
It tastes like a tomato.
But, you know the best part? Show me. The best part is, you grew it yourself, Hunter.
The ripe tomato! You see, it goes up like this, and then he's like trying to get out, like, why do you put that there?
I just wanted the extra one. High five. That was a bit weak.
Are you sure?
Hey. Ah.
So that was the week that was. We had so much fun with our science week. We got to do so many fun things, growing germs, learning new stuff, chemistry, observation of plants. It was all good. Hunter got to eat his very first tomato off the plant that he cultivated and loved so far. So it's been a great week of science.
And you thought I
And I still haven't worked out what's wrong with this one. So we still did, like I said, we still did math through the week. We still did Prodigy, Maths Mate, timestables.com, and we do like a times table pop thing. And we still did writing because writing was a big part of our projects and our observations and our diary. So that was all still covered, that English aspect of it, and doing what do you call it when you check over your work?
Review!
This is another word, but I can't think of it now. My dyslexic brain.
I'm calling out to all of you, meme review!
No meme review. No one knows what that means in my age. Yeah, and we had a great time doing all of it. That's the way that we did science fair. I'm sure there's some people out there who've done other ideas with science fair for homeschool, or maybe you're part of a homeschool group and you do science fair there. We would love to hear how you do science fair with your homeschool. Pop comments down below. We'd love to hear about your ideas, and so would everybody else.
That's the way, I like it.
So there you have it, guys. Now remember, if you liked this video, please hit that like button down below. And if you haven't already and you feel like it, please subscribe. We love having you on board. Where are you looking?
I'm going to check if they subscribed. I'll be right back.
Good idea. Good idea. Good idea.
See, I'm holding the subscribe button right here. Click it.
Beautiful. I love it. Now, next week I'm going to be back with another video, but until then, we will see you soon. See you guys.
Does it matter if I broke the comment section?
Oh, don't break the comment section, Hunter. Don't break the comments. Wave. Wave.
Hey, Ella put a spicy pepper.
He's a comedian. What can I say? See you guys.